Right, I'm on the phone with Chris McKenney, the head coach for the Maine Maritime Academy Mariners. And, Coach, congratulations. A huge victory against Mass Maritime, and nice to bring home the Admiral's Cup, isn't it?
Yes, it was a great day. First of all, it was a beautiful day for football, and what an exciting game, and maybe a little too exciting for us coaches, but it's great to get the Admiral's Cup back in Castine, and it was just a super day and an exciting ending for everybody.
1,233 yards of offense between you and Mass Maritime. Tell us about that. I mean, that's just staggering.
Yeah, well, both teams came out firing in the first half, and there was just back and forth scoring, and then it turned into a defensive game in the second half. But a lot of yards in the first half, a lot of big plays, long gains, and our kids came out ready to play. They were excited, and I think the biggest part of it was we came through in the end at the end of the game, and players stepped up and made things happen and found a way to win. And as exciting as it was nerve-wracking for us, obviously, when we were up with a big lead, and then the last 3 minutes of the first half, we kind of forgot how to play the football that we were playing on both sides of the ball, and they were able to close the lead and turn it into obviously a heck of a football game down to the end.
It's funny. I mean, it was 41-34. Maine Maritime at the half. What did you? I mean, and then the entire second half, there were only they scored 7 points. You scored 2 field goals. What did you tell the team at halftime?
Well,
defense, maybe.
We were up 41-13, and with about 5 minutes left in the half, and offensively, we had 2 fumbles, and defense stopped playing defense, and it really turned a little bit ugly for us the last 5 minutes. We just stopped doing the things we were doing so well in the first, 25 minutes or so. And so going into halftime, I was a little bit hot. And
to say the word.
So I think they got the message, and they came out, and we got back to doing what we needed to do. And offensively, we drove the ball in the second half, and we would have liked to have put the ball in the end zone for touchdowns, and we had to settle for field goals. So we didn't finish some of those drives off like we did in the first half. But defensively, we played much better in the second half, and it came down to a defensive play and a defensive stand at the end of the game. So all summed up, we did what we had to do and found a way to win.
I mean, and you talk about that, the defensive stand at the end. They had the ball at your 4-yard line, and it was a pass that was knocked away, and time expired. And boy, I'll tell you, the timekeeper must he must have gotten the game ball or something to wind the clock down.
Well, no, I think there was 5 seconds or so, and he scrambled a little bit, and we had 2 players right there, and the quarterback from Mass Maritime, he had a heck of a throw in there. He threaded the needle, but Cody Chapman was there and made a great hit, and the ball popped out, and the kid's helmet came off and everything else. And so it was just a great timing by Cody, and he knocked the ball loose, and our players ran on the field. There was 0 on the clock, and we were pretty excited.
And it's a homecoming win, too, so that makes it even more special.
Well, it was a great crowd, a great atmosphere. The stands were full and all around the outsides, and they were into it the whole game. And we would have liked it better if it wasn't that close as coaches, but it was a great show for everybody that was here, and super exciting day.
So now next week you go down to Massachusetts to take on the MIT Engineers, and they were a playoff team last year. They're having a little bit of a difficult start to 2015.
Yeah, we play MIT. We open up our conference schedule, so it's the conference opener, and they are defending conference champions. They actually went undefeated in the conference last year and went to the NCAA playoffs. They've got a lot of talented kids. I think they're playing some new kids that had to fill in for kids that graduated last year, and so they're kind of finding their way. They've played a tough schedule to begin with, a couple good schools, RPI and WPI, a couple engineering schools also, and they've had some chances in those games looking at them on film, but they'll be ready for us when we get down there. We're excited to go down and play them. We've had 2 games with them the last couple of years where there's been a lot of points scored. It's been back and forth a little bit. We had our chances last year, but we're excited to go down there and play the defending conference champions and see if we can get off to a great start in our conference.
What do you work on this week in practices?
Same things we always do. As far as even though we got a great win and there was a lot of great things that happened in that game, there's some technique things we have to work on and get better at in all 3 phases of the game. We did some real good stuff in all 3 phases, but we have to stop hurting ourselves, and that's one of the things that we're focusing on last night watching the film, and then again this week in practice, whether it's penalties at bad times or just not doing the thing we're supposed to do technique-wise, and that hurts us. We got to keep getting better at doing our job and doing the things that make us a good football team, because this past Saturday there was a bunch of good things going on, but then when we didn't do what we were supposed to do, it was ugly, and so we got to eliminate those things that hurt us and not what the other team is doing.
All right, Coach, best of luck. Have a good week, and we'll chat with you next week. Thanks for taking time out of your schedule.
Thanks, Chris. Good to be on the air. Thanks.